Now, I know we're going to say, Dargo, doesn't this contradict your earlier point? So, you see, here's the thing about Will, and also King's Life. I'm going to have another thing for King's Life yet. Here's the thing about people like Will, is they like to pretend to be these debate masters, but the first rule of debate is that you need to have a common ground. There's no common ground here. In fact, this wasn't even a debate. I was asking questions. I was just asking questions. And they turned into a debate. It was like, okay, let's use logic here. Oh no, but you see, Dargo, if it's just a one-off case, it's a one-off case. And I said, yes. Kind of, yes, kind of, because there's sometimes one-off cases that are so bad that it doesn't help you. Okay? But if it's just but generally speaking, if it's just a one-off case, there's plausible deniability. Okay. It's not a one-off case. When it comes to Coffee Sama, it's not a one-off case. It's a four-off case. It's Nekopara. I understand you keep on explaining this whole thing about Nekopara. It is not just Nekopara. It's Nekopara and Fate and Blue Archive and Railgun and whatever the hell this call was. I'm going to include that too, so it's 5. Okay, but Saladon is one case. It's a one case. So why did I say that about Saladon? Well, listen, bro. Why does this game have this stuff in the first place? Why does this game have this stuff in the first place? Look at this. And you guys might say, Dargo, this is just a kid in a swimsuit. Is that alone weird? Why are you the fact that you even have that question in my mind, but at the same time you have something to say about what I told to Kerbo, shows that you're a hypocrite. You don't care. You just want to look good. You're mad because I made you guys look bad. But I'll answer your question anyways. It's odd because this same game also has the thing about the octopus. I showed it multiple times, and I'll show it again. The same game that has this. The same game. Okay? The same game has this. You can see it for yourself. I mean, hey. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Hold up. I'll bring up the article that I brought up on Coffee Time. I'll bring it up here. Blue Archive addresses censorship criticisms. Okay. Criticism. One CG shows Iris features in the state of undress with her chest covered by her hair. Iris? This one? Hey. Hold up. She look kind of young, bruh. Man, they even made a whole Twitter post about it. You see it? This is their official account. Okay. This is Blue Archive. We like to deeply apologize for the revision of the Iris scenario. So they want to apologize that they removed a scene with her bare chest, only covered by her hair. They want to apologize for removing it. What kind of game is this? This is a pedophile game, bruh. Look, this is their website. I mean, this is their Twitter. That was some oddballs, bruh. It's been done to death. This point's been done to death. And I'll answer another question. It's just fan service. If it's fan service like this, it's PDF Philly. It's pedophileness, bro. I don't care, bruh. You say anime. Oh, anime has fan service. Okay, let me explain this very carefully here. An anime that sometimes the characters go to a hot springs, or sometimes they go to a beach and everybody's in swimsuits, or sometimes the characters walk into the girls' place. They don't show anything, but like they're throwing like towels and buckets at them. That's not the same thing. Now those things can be weird. They can be weird. Okay? There's varying degrees of like just random stuff and weirdness. That's not the same thing as this game. Okay? That's not the same thing. It's not just fan service. Why are you trying to make it like a small thing? That's like you have a person who's a vigilante, and then you have a person who's a murderer, and then you say that killing people is wrong. Okay? Now you may say that like people shouldn't kill, but if a person is a vigilante and they put down a pedophile, okay, maybe they shouldn't do that because they should let the law take its course instead of taking the law into their own hands. But that's one less pedophile. Who's going to complain about that? That's not the same thing as saying that a person who's a murderer, who's a serial killer, you're comparing the two. And then you just say, so just killing people is wrong then? They're not the same thing. Or another example, right? And you shouldn't be stealing. That's like if you have a person who is poor, they're hungry, they don't have nothing to eat, they need to feed their family, they got a whole ass family, they don't got food, they go to a store, rob some food, and give it to their family. And then you compare that person to a person who robs banks, and at the process of running banks, they're killing people, they're driving crazy cars, they crash people, running people over, and then they get caught. And in the way, they caused a whole bunch of damage, people lost their lives, and they robbed the bank. And you just say stealing is wrong. Stealing is wrong. It is wrong, even in the scenario of the first case. But there's apples and oranges. You're making a blanket statement for two completely different things. Yes, stealing is wrong. Yes, murdering, killing is wrong. But the nuance, notice how I have to bring all the nuance, but they can't bring nuance to the things I say. And that's the thing about Will, is that I have to follow the rules of debate. He wants to pretend that he's like this debate lord. But when we can't establish anything because he's on a faulty premise. He's working on faulty premises. He's working off of emotions. And he keeps on bringing up irrelevant points. Like I addressed the Necropara thing. It's done to death. It's not just Necropara. It's not even just Blue Archive. Those things are weird enough on their own. Yes, the Blue Archive the Necropara situation by itself is still weird. Why are you playing that game? You know what kind of game that is. I don't believe you that you didn't know about that. But let's just say we did. It's not just that. It's Necropara and Blue Archive and Fate and Railgun. Why don't you just ask the question? It's like, okay, he didn't know about all these things. Like, why is it like a constant? Why is it like a pattern? But Will, you're not interested in that. You're not interested. I don't think you even care about Coffee Summer or any of these people. You're not interested in any of what they have to say, anyways. You just want to look good because we make you look stupid. Because you are stupid. You're a grown ass man that doesn't have that has too much time on his hands. Take up a hobby. Do something with yourself. You're gonna be on this shit for the rest of your days? Damn. And for Kingslight, at this point, if you're all the way up to this point, I'm bringing you up. If you already seen this entire video, everything I have to say and everything that's been shown here, why do you keep getting yourself involved in these people? Please show everybody what I said about Salad Dawn and Blue Archive. Please do that. At everybody. Please. So everybody can see what kind of community you are.